I need to do 0 to 20, 20 to 40, 40 to 60, 60 to 80, 80 to 100. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll make every 2 bars worth, maybe even every 3 bars. That can be 20, that can be 40, that can be 60, that can be 80, and this one here can be 100. Is that okay? Now, and that is, what's that called? The speed, is it? Sorry, kilometers. So I have to label what it is. It's kilometers. Kilometers. Now, how high do I have to go up in the other axis? I have to go as high as 12. Haven't got much space, so I'm going to just go up in twos. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. I won't go up in ones there. You get what I'm saying? And that's number of people. Okay. Now, each bar has to be the same width. Okay. How many people went 0 to 20 in question 5? How many? 6. Okay. Well, hey, that's a circle. Don't want that. Okay. 6. How many people went 20 to 40? Anybody? 12. Okay. 40 to 60? 7. So halfway between 6 and 8. Done. Next one. 4 from 60 to 80. Yeah. And then last one. 1. We all good? And we getting something resembling that. Okay. Now, how many people traveled more than 40 kilometers? 12. Did you do the 7, the 4, and the 1? 12. What's the modal class, the most common one? Well, 20 to 40, yeah. Okay. The median, okay? We have to find the median. Are you listening, sir? We have to find the median. How many people is there in total? How many people? There's 30 motorists, isn't there? And who's the halfway point of 30? Well, it's an even number, so it's 15 and 16. Now, where are 15 and 16 located, do you think? The first 6 are located here. And then when I add on the next one, I'll be at 18 people then, wouldn't I? This implies that 15 and 16 are in 12, 20 to 40. 15 and 16 are somewhere in the 20 to 40 region. Does that make sense to you? Will I do it one more time? The first 6 people are located between 0 and 20. The next 12 people, which means the first 18 people, are now accounted for. This means 15 and 16 must have been somewhere in here. So we go for 20 to 40. Okay. Now the hard one, I think some of you might have forgotten. How do you get the mean of the distribution using mid-interval values? What are mid-interval values again? Can anybody tell me? What's mid-interval mean? Middle of the interval. So what's the middle of 10 to 20? What's the middle? 10. What's the middle of 20 to 40? 30. What's the middle of 40 to 60? 50, 70, and 90. So do you know what we're claiming? We're claiming 6 people traveled. How many kilometers? We're claiming 6 people traveled 10. So how many kilometers in total is that? How many kilometers in total? 60. We're claiming 12 people traveled 30. So what's that? 12 by 30? 360. We're now claiming that 7 people traveled 50. What do we think? 350. And then what are we claiming after that then? Sorry, I'll just move this down here. So I'm running out of space. Okay. What's the next one? 4 people traveled 70, 280, and finally one person traveled 90. Add up all the kilometers traveled and divide it by 30 people. Okay, What happens when you add them all together? Well, 1,000 and 1,140, and you divide that by 30, and what do we get? 38. Is everybody happy with the average of 38? 3, 2. Oh, sorry, we're starting again. All right. How many people are aged under 30 years? Under 30. That'd be 6 people here. How many here? 4 and 2. All of these people are under 30 because they're left at the 30 bar. So what do we think? 12. How many people live in the village? Okay, I think I had to add all these numbers up. That's 17. That's 12. That's 6. And that's 4. Not 4. That's 3, is it? Okay, when you add up all these numbers together, what do we get? 60 people in the village. Okay, now what's 20% of 60? Because we could find that out and that'll tell us how many people we're looking for. Yes, 12 people. Which interval has 12 people? 50 to 60. If a person is selected at random, what's the probability that he or she is aged between 60 and 70? How many people between 60 and 70? 6. 6 out of how many? 6 out of 60, which is the same as 1 in 10. What is the greatest number of people who could be older than 55 years old? Okay, where is 55 located? 55's here, isn't it? Let's claim that all 12 people are bigger than 55. We know that these are bigger than 55. So add them all together. What do we get? 21. Okay. And finally, the difficult one. You ready? We're going to start using the mid-interval values. You ready? So here's the hard one. What's the middle of the first interval? What's the middle of 0 to 10? What's the middle of 10 to 20? Then just keep going from tens, is it? Okay. And here's the hard part. Now, I'm going to have to multiply these out, haven't I? 2 times 5. 4 times 15. 4 times 15. 60. 6 times 25. 150. 10 times 35. 350. 17 times 45. 700 and 765. 12 times 55. 660. Thank you, Neil. And then after that, no, I'm not done yet. Do I still have to do still do 6 times 65, don't I? I'm just moving it down. 6 times 65 is 390. And then the last one is 3 times 75. 225. That was a lot of work, wasn't it? Had to multiply them all out. Now, what do I have there? I have all the ages of the villagers combined. And how many villagers was there? 60. Before we do this question, what do you think a good average would be for a village? Average age person? In the 40 regions, wouldn't it? If we don't get somewhere in the 40 regions, we're in trouble. All right, let's add all these up. So you take out the calculator and add them up. And we got 2,610. You did. You did as well. Right. We are all in agreement. Divide that by 60. Who got 43 and a half years old? That's a good answer, isn't it? Somewhere in the middle age region.